Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Good to see you joining me for another video. If you're new to the community, hit the subscription button. Don't miss out on these videos. Don't miss out when I go live. Smash that subscription button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. And don't forget, guys, like the video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to share your comments below and book those life coaching sessions, or just reach out and contact me if needed. All that information, along with how to purchase merchandise by MamiSoTrue, is below in the description box as well. We're going to dive into today's conversation because I want to tell you something so true. So true. It's so true that this relationship had to end. And I'm sorry I said relationship, because it's not a relationship. If you dealt with a narcissist, you were in a manipulationship. The manipulationship had to come to an end. It ended because it had to come to an end. This was a must. There's some things happening that you don't understand with what you're dealing with that narcissist. You spent 10 years in that manipulationship. You spent 15, 20. You did those bids. And no matter how long it was, no matter how deep you were involved, it still had an expiration date. It still had to end. They still lost. You lost it all. Because you built a life with and for this person. And like I said, Humpty Dumpty fell on that wall and had a great damn fall. The thing about this manipulationship is you are the one that keep it going. You're the one that keep it afloat. You're the one that keep it alive. You keep that narcissist alive. You kept them alive. You didn't know what you were in and what you were dealing with, but it was a vampire. It was there to feed off of you, your energy, your money, your vision, your goals. It was there to distract you, blind you, disconnect you from your purpose. It was there to throw you off. It was there to make you feel like you are just simply not good enough. It was there to make you feel like you have issues. You got a mental problem. You need a doctor. You need a therapist. It was there to break and destroy you, completely put you in a place of darkness, like that dark entity, that narcissist that you dealt with. It was intended to trap you in a game that's designed to confuse you and blind you, and you die playing a game you didn't know you were playing. And it's designed for you to lose this game because you're the only one in the game with authenticity, realness, truth. I mean, real. You're the real one there. That narc is fake. That narcissist is the fake one. That's why this was a manipulation ship. The confidence you thought they had wasn't even real. You don't even know who they were. You still don't even know who they are. Everything you thought you knew, because it ended, and it has ended, and it was forced to end, you now see that this person was never who you thought they were. You now see that what you loved was what you wanted to see. You were in love with an illusion. You were delusional yourself. You gaslit yourself. They needed you. And you were blind to that, so you kept working, you kept trying, you kept giving chances, falling for those hoovers after being violently, viciously, and brutally discarded. This person want to keep packing up and leaving every time they don't get their way. This person want to call you all kind of names every time they want to go see their other supply. And this person has to try to make things rocky so they can go and do their narky behind your backy. And it's like, nah, this thing has to come to an end because you are not that type of person. You are not the type of person to be out here playing games and having games played on. You're too good. You have too much to offer. So the manipulationship comes to an end, has to come to an end because it has to come to an end. They broke up with you. They needed to break up with you. They don't deserve to be in your life. You giving too much to that narcissist. You are too much for that narcissist. They told you they don't like you. They don't. Because your love is a lot. It's overbearing. It gives them too much of a reminder of the fact that, man, they are not what I want. I want somebody weak and broken. I want somebody who don't really understand love. I want somebody who's confused. I don't want this person who's expecting me to treat them like a woman. I don't want this person who knows how to treat me like a man. I want somebody who's going to worship me and attend to my needs how I want them. I want somebody who's going to, break how I want them to break. So I want somebody bendable. They want somebody usable, not useful. Because you're very useful. You're resourceful. You are that dude. You are that connect. You're that whole network. You're too much. The manipulationship had to come to an end. It has to come to an end. You don't belong there, and they don't belong with you. Once you get into the awakening part of this journey, you will see exactly what I'm saying. And those of you that see that, I know you're out there, Thriver. I know you're out there, Thriver, because you've experienced the expiration. When it ends with the narcissist, it ends pretty crazy. When it ends with a narcissist, it ends pretty crazy. Sometimes it's an unexpected ending. Sometimes it's abrupt. Man, some of y'all, you did the leaving. You're the one who left because it took that. It took for you to break away, for you to cut them off brutally and stand on it. It took for you to make up your mind and pack up and leave. Because the part of the game was you were conditioned to feel obligated, to feel like you needed it. You needed them. This was your family. They had you raising their kids. And your empathetic little heart fell in love with those children. You fell in love with their family. You fell in love with something. So when you took your power back and said, I'm done, that's a shock. That's a shock to that narcissist, because it's like, whoa, I thought I had you conditioned to be my slave. I thought you worshipped me. I thought you loved me so much. You loved my kids so much that you would never leave. I thought you loved this marriage and this vow. I thought you loved how I provide, because a lot of you have narcissists that are providers. That's why you feel stuck. They don't expect you to break into independency. They don't expect you to tap into yourself and learn yourself and become firm in who you are and believe in yourself and go out here and get it yourself. They put you in so deep because they never wanted you to leave. They're the ones who don't want you to go. Then sometimes it's on the other side of things where they leave you, which is a major favor. It can hurt. It can put you in a crazy bind financially, all kind of stuff. They leave people with children to raise by themselves. They're cowards. They will walk away and run away. They're professional runners. They run from responsibility. They run from accountability. They run from being grown. These are broken demon babies. That's why the manipulation ship ended. It has to end. You don't need to raise no baby. You done raised your own damn kids. You don't need to have this person as a husband or as a wife, and then you still got kids. You can't tell the difference. You got to walk on eggshells around this person. You got to watch how you talk. You got to hide stuff. You got to not be yourself because they're so sensitive. You trying to go above and beyond to keep them happy because nothing seems to satisfy them. This person throws temper tantrums in private and in public. This person doesn't know how to communicate and have a logical conversation, but will cuss you out though. Will call you stupid in a heartbeat. And then a lot of you dealt with that narcissist who like to play with your head. They'll jokingly throw insults. They'll narcissistically, jokingly throw insults and act like, oh, I was just playing. I didn't. You said exactly what you said and you meant exactly what you meant. Because this is their intention of breaking you like down. This person wants you to feel like you're beneath them. They will have you thinking your years of education means nothing. They will have you feeling like everything you've accomplished and achieved in your life means nothing. They will have you believing lies. The devil is a liar. That's why that manipulation ship ends, because that relationship is a liar. It's a lie. You're in a lying situation. You're in a situationship. You're in an addictionship. You're being trained and conditioned to be addicted to somebody who's actually obsessed with you. They're obsessed with what you give, what you do, how you make them look. They're obsessed with using you sexually. They're obsessed with fantasizing things with you, about you. I mean, they're obsessed with using you for you know, for triangulation reasons. You're there to help them trap the new person. You're there to help them get rid of their ex. You're just some source of, you know, supply. You're an object. You don't matter. They don't really care. That's why that manipulation has to come to an end, because how dare you waste my time like that? How dare you tell me you love me and you treat me with hatred? How dare you marry me and dog me? How dare you? That's why they make narcissistic mistakes that lead to the ultimate cutoff. They do so much and they do enough that they push you so far that you become done. Done it and done. Done de done done. Done done. Done done da da. Done da da. Done. I don't know how else to say it. If you got another way to say it, drop it in the comments. I would love to know. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Thank you so much. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. And look in the description box on how to book those life coaching sessions with me. I'm here to support you. Thank you for watching, guys. Keep thriving, keep growing, and keep glowing. Until next time, stay blessed and stay true. Bye, guys.